Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Job Energy Hour. We are the number one morning show that says that they will last an hour, but it will be closer to 20 minutes, maybe 30 if we're being generous. Today, we saw what happened with the Josh Giddey trade and Alex Caruso. We saw this. And most people are saying that because of that happening, that consequently, it means Lonzo Ball will soon be shipped off. I don't know if that's the case yet. Now, there's something to be said. There's something to be said for having two goodness, try talking today. There's something to be said for having two quality point guards in your lineup, and particularly if you have Lonzo Ball. He's someone who can be a fantastic player in this league. But the issue, of course, is that more often than not, he flatly isn't available for his team due to injuries. So because of this, even if you keep him, I don't think there would be much of a clash because more likely than not, Lonzo Ball is someone who what if you get 40 games out of him, are you going to be happy? I think you would have to be. With Lonzo Ball, he's one even minor injury away where you would say, all right, it's time to move on. So what are realistic possibilities? What are some actual options that we can see for Alonzo Ball? Well, choice number one, obviously, stay in Chicago. Now he recently made. I almost said made some airwaves. But right, he recently, I forget which show it was to be precise, but he made it clear that he owes a lot to Coach Hoiberg and what he did with Chicago, or not, or pardon me. I believe that Hoiberg was part of the Pelican staff, and that's what he was thanking him for. But either way, the point stands. The point stands. Um, to be honest, to be very frank, I don't recall if Hoiberg was on that staff or not. But either way, it was either at the tail end of the Pelicans, his Pelican stint, or when he was with the Bulls. Now that I'm thinking out loud, of course, Hoiberg wasn't on that Pelican staff. But either way, that's the point stands. We are doing well this morning. The point stands. He has a lot of respect for Coach Hoiberg and really gave him a lot of credit for developing him, taking the time mentoring him. And we did see a noticeable uptick from his 3-point percentage, particularly as a rookie through his time. And when he did land in Chicago, we did see noticeable improvement in his 3-point shooting. We saw this. So now, is that the ceiling? Because at one point in time, there were some um, who were claiming he to be Lonzo Ball to be one of the next greats of this league. And for sure, in terms of playmaking, outside the box thinking, passing, that is the case. He does stuff that you can't teach. He does stuff that you want your playmaker to be able to do. He's the exact kind of person who Zion Williamson thrives with. Someone who's always looking, someone with the eyes up the court, someone always looking to make that play. But at the end of the day, all that really matters is continuity, and being on the same page. That's really all that matters at the end of the day. So if you don't have that time on the court, if you don't have that time to gel together, then you will be unable to go on a postseason run. Very flat. We in terms of we saw that in terms of the Boston Celtics and us at this show. We gave them as much of a hard time as anyone. Sorry. Um, we gave them as much of a hard time as anyone for not being tested. And well, one thing that I overlooked is that by not being as tested as other teams this year, they ended up being fresher. And then in the playoffs, they also weren't as tested in the postseason as other teams, and they ended up being fresher in the NBA Finals. And so the continuity, and that is why I didn't like Porzingis coming back into the lineup, even when it looked like he was good to go. And so I get that he wanted to play. What was it? Game 5, Game 6. I get that. Not Game 6. Uh, game. But overall, we saw the impact that he can have, but we also saw in part why it wasn't a good idea to have him out there. And the fact that he got minutes in the last game, fine, fine. But all in all, in large part, this was a team, this was a player, or goodness, this was a team that was the most cohesive. They had played together the most. And at the end of the day, that's ultimately all that's going to matter. When people say it's the healthiest team at the end of the year who wins it all, it's not just because of you losing out on a potential all-star. That's almost an obvious no duh. What it really means is that you're not having to last second scramble rotations. You're not having to come up with a different approach for something that you have been used to. You're not trying to now find that next guy up. Now, of course, it happens to every team to a certain degree, right? It still happened with the Boston Celtics, but largely speaking, they were the healthiest team. They had the most continuity, and therefore, they relatively speaking, they were able to. And again, let's not dissect the strength of their opponents at the moment, but because of these factors, they were able to beat who was in front of them, and they were largely able to cruise to a championship. And credit to them there. Credit to them there. So now back to Lonzo Ball. This is why you cannot, if you are a team, go all in on him in terms of a trade. I don't think his value is that high. Now, if you were to able to wave a magic wand and say, Lonzo Ball, you are healthy, you will play 80 plus games, including the postseason, then yeah, I think you could get a pretty decent haul for him. But that's not the case. Anyone entering the negotiating table for Lonzo Ball or with him in mind has to acknowledge he's out for this season. No, not the upcoming 2024, 2020, or the past season. Goodness, I bear. I revealed the lead there a moment too soon, but you get the idea. He's already out for this upcoming season, so we won't see him in action till 2025, 2026 as of now. So that, right, it looks like he's on track to be back, but there could be another setback as well. Unfortunately, that's always always on the card. So I don't know, and I don't see a team giving up too much for him. But I do see Chicago feeling the need to move on and make it clear that they are all in on Josh Giddey. More on him in a moment. So, where would the kind of team be that you would where you wouldn't mind having Lonzo Ball? And keep in mind, it needs to be a team that it needs to be a team where you are saying it's okay if Lonzo Ball misses, I don't know, 60 games. In other words, it can't be a team that where Lonzo Ball is the missing piece to go from a play-in caliber squad to a hopeful playoff run. That cannot be where you are as a team. If you are, you need to flatly look elsewhere. So, and for sure, if you're you're on a pitch count. I'm sorry. So you cannot go to a team like Portland right now. You cannot go to the Wizards right now. Now, granted, he might get traded to one of those teams that right. So that's beyond his control. But either way, let's come up with intriguing options that could work in terms of the basketball fit and that fit that kind of mold. So, for example, and let's get this one out of the way right now. The Los Angeles Lakers. Let's not even go into what they would have to give up or not give up. But at the end of the day, pairing Lonzo Ball with AD and LeBron at this stage in all of these three players' careers. I saw this on Twitter as one of the big. This was one of the big brain ideas that someone came up with. I forget by who. If I'm being transparent. Yeah, I more or less hate every. I hated that I even said that. If we're being completely honest, this is a team in the Lakers that they need to seriously hit the reset button, and adding Lonzo Ball to what I view will be a complete mess to what I view will be a complete dumpster fire is just another piece that would work in against them. This would not work in their favor. So best case scenario, Lonzo Ball is available for like 50 plus games. They get a little right. They get a little chemistry with LeBron, Lonzo, and AD, and it starts to look promising. But more likely than not, one of those three is going down for the playoffs. So, and then you go back to the whole thing I started with in terms of needing continuity. So I don't love that at all. But now, who else could we go with? Who else could we go with here? I could see something like a Los Angeles Clippers situation because unless all and there and consequently you're probably moving off either Russell Harden or goodness Russell Westbrook or James Harden. And hear me out on this. And we're trying to come up with a semi-plausible thing that could possibly happen. I'm not saying I love this, but oh, Jordan, you're here. Jordan, are you free? Are you available to hop on the interwebs? This is gonna end well for the Bulls. They trade for someone who scores 16-8, just like his Jordan. Adding Lonzo is like adding Lonzo. Exactly, Jordan. Exactly. I just saw that on the Twitter sphere, and I thought it was worth mentioning. Adding Lonzo back to the Lakers. This would be 100% a Lakers move. And so, therefore, by nature of my saying that this would be a Lakers type of move, it is not. It would not be a good decision. Oh, good. We're going to be joined. We're going to be graced by Jordan here in a moment. So now the Clippers I could see because I think we've seen the ceiling of the Clippers. I think we've seen this team that we have to concede someone's going to be out for a large part of the season or for a critical part of the season at the very least. And we get the added benefit then for if/when Lonzo Ball goes down, you'd have enough star power where you don't have to completely reinvent everything. But have adding the playmaking of Lonzo to that of Kawhi and Paul George, or who ends up being left. But Jordan,
Yep.
I
Yeah.
don't know if you want to introduce yourself, but go ahead.
Yeah. Adding Lonzo, getting Ball back to the Lakers after the last time. Yeah, no, 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 no. Unless you want to see more of his dad and be like, yo, Lonzo's gonna be good, man. Gonna be the Lakers, man. Jesus Christ, that was a complete mess. But like, yeah, I do think he's probably gonna go for the Clippers because I think most.
Really?
I think most of the older. I think most. I think like it's just only mostly just Westbrook and some other scrubs of the Clippers are going there, right? Right? Because. But my main concern is mostly injuries. That's the thing. Like he's coming back from like major injuries, so a lot. So he's probably gonna be traded for like a bag of peanuts. Even then, that might be too
Hey,
much.
I like peanuts. I like the bag. I like the Cracker Jacks actually. But anyway, that has nothing to do with this at all. Um, what about and hear me out. I hate this for Chris Paul. But what about a possible trade, Chris Paul, um, and Lonzo goes to the Phoenix Suns, so then it's Booker, Durant, and Lonzo Ball.
Oh, wow! Another big three, Gabe. How that worked out last time for Phoenix? Bradley be like you're just training for Bradley Beal for a younger Bradley Beal. Injuries, baby.
So Jordan's not on board with that one. Okay,
If
okay.
we go, if we
I
go for
have
popcorn, if we go with popcorn,
I have one more for you, and unfortunately, these are all Western teams. Oh, first of all, Jordan, you lost the bet, or no, you won the bet with Joe, as you do not have your breakfast/lunch/dinner.
nope.
So I think Joe's disappointed.
I'm tired. I'm too tired. I'll make my breakfast after.
Here, oh, good morning, Jordan. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. Hey, Joe, how are you? Um, here's my last scenario, Jordan, and I'm telling you right now, I hate it, but you can convince me otherwise. Lonzo Ball traded to the San Antonio Spurs to pair up with
Do
Wemby.
do do it. He's gonna get injured by October. Do
I
it.
hate you. I
Do it.
hate you.
It's gonna be it's gonna be god awful. You don't even have to give up much. All you have
I
to do,
hate you.
all you have to do is give up some trash, and you're probably gonna get someone that's probably gonna be injured by October or December.
Why do you enjoy torturing me?
It's love. We get love to all. We get love to all of us.
Why?
doesn't
Why
think
do you say? Why do you say he'll be injured by October? That's when the season starts in October.
exactly. You're gonna get hurt.
Oh,
You're gonna
Joe's.
get hurt by October or November. Exactly. Back in the Cook gotta do it.
Yeah, Joe's seconding your suggestion.
Hmm Like it's exactly. You got some good rehab centers. Popovich can be like, hey, kid, you just lay off a bit, all right? I'm not gonna run you down like your dad. He'll become the fodder. He'll become the fodder that he never gotten, and yeah.
Jordan, I'm leaving that last one alone, but that was hilarious. All right. So we really, I mean, I don't know. Right now, I would say the Clippers would be the best,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
It's probably
I
the
don't
Clippers.
really have a good answer. And also, I will have you know, Joe, San Antonio has prime strip mall retail space. So take that, Joe. We have that. We have that available down by the river. Not
Probably.
really on the river walk, but
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
that's
He'll probably go to a strip to something with strip, but it ain't gonna be the strip mall.
oh my God, Jordan. That one's on me, actually. That one's on me. Uh, I take responsibility. And then Joe says, you know where he absolutely wouldn't work? What if this happened, Jordan?
Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! He'll be no. He'll be a great no. He'll be a great bench warmer. He'll be giving Jalen Brunson some water. He'll be like this. Here's your water, sir. And he'll be the greatest bench warmer ever. He'll just mostly be in the bench, kicking back, wearing street clothes, drinking some Gatorade.
Yeah, I mean, could you imagine? Let's pretend that it actually happened for one moment. Lonzo
Oh,
Ball will maybe get through 3 games.
mm, exactly. He's gonna start 3 or 4. He's gonna start 3 or 4 games late in the season just to get some players some rest. And I'll probably be like, I want to say mad. I'll just be like, oh god, really, Lonzo Ball. Thankfully, the Bulls will probably be paying all the money because
Yeah.
what a disaster! What a disaster!
Joe just
No.
clarified
He'll
everything.
get injured. No. He'll get injured before. He'll get hurt entering the building. He'll go inside. He'll sit down. Let the. And I think even before he started contract, my arm. And then they're like, yeah, we're gonna take the contract back.
So right now, what could you if he's definitely not going to stay on the Bulls. Everyone's indicating this, and it largely doesn't make sense because you did just trade for Josh Giddey. So for a team that somehow looks into Lonzo Ball right now, and I loved him when he was younger as a player, and I was just like he just needs to change his shot. I think he could be an all-star caliber player. But right now, what can a team actually expect from Lonzo Ball?
Be not I won't be a jerk about, but like probably
Yeah, jerk.
six man, probably a six man, probably at best a quality six man like Jordan Clarkson, but at worst like he has like he now has a little ceiling and like you're not expecting to be on being an all like I don't need to think of that, but like his best years are probably gone before he's 30, like and mostly because of injuries. Like at
Yeah.
best, like he could be the sixth man, like at least like a quality sixth man that could rest the rest of his career. Like cross your fingers that he rests the rest of his career, but not. He'll be
And
like
you're
he'll
holding
be
your
like
breath.
low risk high reward.
you're holding your breath the entire time
Mhm.
on every play. Like, I don't know. I liked this though. He'd get injured using the key card.
No, no.
That would be a meme for days.
Owie!
Joe has it at 30 games played. That might be way too many.
I mean, too much. Yeah, exactly. That's a
Yeah,
ceiling.
Jordan
30
had it by
games.
October.
5 games. I'm betting 10 games he gets hurt.
And then what's this? Eddie Morty was touched by. Yeah, exactly. Like, you're literally hoping for
That or
Kristaps
dad gave him some
Porzingis.
medicine.
Oh my. Well, I'm leaving that one alone. I don't know. How about Josh Giddey? Where does he fall into all this?
Yeah,
I loved.
Chicago Bulls special
Go ahead.
victims unit. Chicago
What?
Bulls special victims unit. Law and order, all that good stuff. I'm very worried for the high school boys that looked at that trade and like, oh no, my girl gonna be taken because he shot the same score percentage that he preferred his girls at 16.8, baby. Dear God, what here the only way this works out is Josh Giddey literally improved from that to like 25 to 30, 25 to 30 to 30. Because E-Rock did talk to me about like, oh, he usually averaging like some triple doubles up. All right, that's fine. All right, that's fine. Like, is he going to help lead the Leo rebuild? Because this is a retooling rebuilding season for the Bulls next year, and I just don't trust him. Like, he's just at best he just sits. He's a great sits man, but like you're expecting him to be a part of a retool. Like his ceiling for me, my ceiling, the ceiling for me is like at least like caliber. Like that's how I see it, because it was for Caruso, and like they're going to lose a lot of defense. So yeah.
Hang on, Jordan. I can hear you, but I can't see you.
No, not from sorry something for your.
There we go.
Yeah. But yeah.
No, it was on Restream, but yeah, I think you're right.
But yeah, like I don't like his ceiling is mostly just like at least an all-stars caliber, but even then, like that might be too high. That might be too high for him.
I think that's too high.
Yeah.
I don't care that he was getting triple doubles with the OKC. No, again, he did well in his role, but to me that was more about the Oklahoma City Thunder team.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
He was able to kind of sit back and dish out. He'll have to create, and he'll have to actually create now as the focal point of the offense, where there was a lot of pull around the other players on that team, mainly Chet and Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. So he won't have those open opportunities.
Going to SGA to freaking
Who are you thinking? DeRozan?
No, not
Vucevic?
no. The younger one. The younger Bulls player.
Oh, oh my God. Yeah. The North Carolina Tar Heel.
Exactly.
Oh my God, I'm blanking too. But I know
Yeah.
Kobe White.
Kobe White, going from SGA to Kobe White. Oh my God, that is gonna be. It's like
yes, Joe. Yes, Joe. That's who we both blanked on. You.
Kobe White, Jesus Christ! Welcome to hell, Chicago Bulls. That's you, baby. Oh God.
I mean, I hate how Giddey plays basketball. I do. He stands there and he does this pretty boy pass,
Yeah.
and then he just goes away off into the corner and for teammates, and everyone's like, ooh, ah. Like, he does have good
Get.
touch on the ball and good vision occasionally, but
Hmm.
those windows are going to close. And he's not going to be able to do this whole thing of let's watch Shea do his thing. Let's watch Chet do his thing. Like, that won't be a
Nope.
thing anymore.
Nope.
So I think
Nope.
he's going to be
Nope. You
exposed.
gotta be a focal point of that offense, baby. And it's gonna be bad. Like it's gonna be awful.
Jordan, this will be the best TV show on the season.
No, and probably during and might happen again, but he's gonna go to Chicago Bulls. He's gonna be going to those Chicago parties, and he might get caught with another. He might get caught with another age. Again, give me a ledge, but those Chicago high school kids are gonna be like, "Oh man, my girl's gonna be taking my job, Giddey."
All right, Joe said this earlier, but how soon before he's on the Chicago bench? How long? I'll give it till October.
It's at first three weeks of the first 3 weeks.
Yes, Jordan. Jordan. Yes, Jordan. All right, and then what about the Alex Caruso side of things? I still think they need to beef up their front court,
Yeah.
but what did you think of Alex Caruso to OKC?
I think it's a solid move to add veteran presence that can help their defense. Like nothing else really to add, but like it's the fact that it was a one-on-one swap. Like Sam Presti must have done some galaxy moves, Chet's moves, because Jesus Christ, Alex Caruso or Josh Giddey. Ugh. But yeah, it's gonna help the perimeter defense. Like I like the move for OKC.
No, yeah. I mean, we know someone who has been very vocal about how they don't think Alex Caruso is a good defensive player. Um, so how that happened, I have no idea. But anyway, I really like this for Oklahoma City. I think it's a part that they needed.
Mhm.
For sure, an upgrade over Josh Giddey.
Yeah, and
Um,
again, no draft picks. How?
so Jordan, who won the trade?
Oh no, If you want to like long term rise, like if Gay pans out, probably Chicago. But sure, but right now OKC. You you can't like all that like trading an all defensive player for Josh Giddey. That's like trade. That's like trading like God.
It's
That's
like
like
trading a banana for an elephant. Like it,
no
you can
no. It's
see
like
the
trading no,
relation.
like trading all. It's like trade. It's like it tries train. Like trading for an all NBA player for Frank Nicotia.
Oh, that's it.
That
Shout out to your Knicks, man. I swear to God, Jordan, if we trade for Lonzo Ball, you will see me wish I got stomped by an elephant. So I don't know where my analogy was going, but I like yours way better. Jordan, we got to get out of here. We will be back 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Mhm.
Anything you want to say before you go cook your breakfast?
I'm not gonna cut my preference. I'm just gonna get some cereal. But shout out to my cousin. A little bit, the
Oh,
little baby shower is gonna be this weekend. And I'm just gonna wait for some tables because wait to get the tables inside the house because not inside the house, in the back of the house because give me a fun time hosting helping family.
hell yeah, Jordan.
Hmm.
Shout out to your cousin. That's awesome, man.
And yep, shout out to Alex Caruso getting out of Chicago to Oklahoma.
Yeah. Shout out to the special forces there in Chicago as well. All right, we're out of here, Jordan. See you later.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, bye, Joe. See ya, Joe. Goodbye, friends.